You know, do you ever feel like you just don't fit in? There's more to life. It's funny, you know, I'm 50 years old, and you know, when I was younger, yeah, I was into punk rock at 16, I think it was, and transitioned through quite a few phases like that. And I still feel today like the whole philosophy of punk rock, which might make some people laugh and maybe not think there was a philosophy to it, but there was a kind of philosophy to it. It certainly was a movement, you know, and it was that kind of anti-establishment. But I think it was a weird movement, and you know, we kind of stood out with that whole movement and with the way we looked and everything. And it's kind of never left me, you know. I went to art school, and I've never really felt like I fit in anywhere particularly, into any kind of genre, any kind of group. Certainly the whole 9 to 5 working thing, I've always found that difficult. And even now, whatever I do, I always feel like a bit of a misfit. I don't quite fit in. You know, I'm not sure whether I'm this, I'm that. You know, so I don't know. I guess there's a lot of people out there who feel the same. I'm pretty sure there is. And you know, one of the things as well is that I'm not really, you know, I don't like chit chat, you know. I mean, I'm polite. I like to be polite to people. I'm not rude or anything like that, you know. But yeah, I kind of like conversations where we can sort of get into stuff pretty quick, you know. Yeah, spending half an hour talking about nothing doesn't really interest me, and I think that also adds to the fact, you know, of not really quite fitting in and feeling a little bit of a, you know, not an outcast. I don't feel like an outcast, but I know that there's not really one group that I fit into. So if I fit into a group, it's the misfit group, and then everybody in that group doesn't fit in with anybody anyway. So there's a kind of paradox going on there. So if you kind of feel like that, I really relate to you, and that's part of what I'm trying to do with the whole, you know, entrepreneur alternative and punk rock marketing and reality art is to really sort of, you know, bring dialogue to that, bring that out in the open, because, you know, people who feel this way, you know, we have something to contribute to society, to humanity, and it's often overlooked, and we often end up in crazy kind of jobs doing stuff that we really don't like, and it doesn't really utilise our misfittedness. I know there's not such a word, but you know, we can make anything up we like, right? So yeah, I just thought I'd quickly bring some dialogue to that. So if you feel kind of a bit like that, like a bit of a misfit, don't fit in, but not sure kind of where you are in life, at whatever age you're at, you know, like I said, I'm like 50 years old, so you know, I've lived with that my whole life, and I think I'm probably only really starting to get to grips with it now, in terms of accepting. I've always accepted it in myself, but I've always tried to find somewhere that I could fit in, and I think now I'm just starting to realise that I just embrace my difference, just embrace the fact that I don't really fit into any particular group, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, and really what I'm seeking to do is to try to use that in some way to benefit others, benefit society, whatever. Just trying to bring some value along with that. So yeah, that's the Misfits Guide to living in this reality. If you feel like that, great. Let's have a chat. Let me know. It's always good just to create some empathy and rapport with each other. Thanks very much. This is Dean Hopkins, Entrepreneur Alternative, and hope you have a great day. Bye.
Just like an angel, skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You so fucking special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care for you. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special.